On November 5th, 2024, an unidentified object fell from space into the capital of the country R. The shockwave instantly destroyed the island nation. The 5 largest powers of the Blue Star suddenly closed this place off from other people and sent their best scientists there. This girl from country R is looking for someone to adopt her. Maybe Leo would like to take such a thing home with him. Leo suddenly starts crying. Almost a year has passed since an unidentified object fell to Earth and powers awakened in people. Secret underground kingdoms have emerged, and monsters have awakened to fight humans. To improve his skills, Leo only fought against ferocious tiger-level monsters. However, the enemies attracted a ferocious high-level monster, and Leo's brother died trying to protect it. He sacrificed his life to bring Leo out of the secret world, but they were attacked by monsters lying in ambush. And the reason for everything is the Ascension Crystal. They couldn't just give it away. In the era of chaos, weakness is the original sin. Leo asks what date it is. Sam says November 12th, 2025. So, Leo was reborn and returned to the day of his awakening 3 years ago. His actions are contrary to the company's values. He is fired. Leo knew that manager Chen needed a reason to fire him. In his past life, Chen transformed into a demon after awakening, collecting organs, limbs, and lives of ordinary people. A bastard raised by scum doesn't deserve to be valued by his leader. In his past life, Leo beat Chen half to death and was arrested, and that day marked the beginning of the national awakening. But Leo spent 10 days in jail. Leo and his brother Sean were left orphans and survived by stealing. Sean was arrested and sentenced to 15 years in prison. He was released early because higher-level powers awakened within him. After some time, Leo killed a man, and that's when he realized that his powers had awakened. Without using his powers, he can strip another person of their power by simply killing them. Sean didn't let him just kill someone, which resulted in the evil people becoming even more evil, and both brothers dying. Leo will turn to justice through the heavens. He will be the most ruthless and evil of all. His enemies will be his incentive, and he will take the throne of the winner. He has obtained F-level strength, and in a short period of time, he can increase it to SSS-Level. This is Chen. He says he has awakened an S-level power. It would be ideal as a sacrifice for Leo's rebirth. This is a special transformation that allows you to summon your double. Unfortunately, it's too late. Leo took the enemy's soul power. His strength increases to level S. In a past life, he and his brother spent 3 years reaching level A. Leo summons his double. He appears. This is an S-tier Dark Emperor. His weakness is low intelligence, but he is still the strongest S-rank melee counterpart. The Dark Emperor's ability to take by force doesn't work on other doppelgangers, but Leo's abilities compensate for this. He tells the double to get rid of the corpse. Chen turned into a real devil after the onset of the era of chaos. He deserved to die in the toilet. It will be months before he is found, but right now Leo feels invincible. After waking up, Min got together with Anna Meng, the class's top beauty, and then he killed many innocent people. So this time, Leo will take away his power for the good of all of Hangzhou. It's great that this double actually fulfills his master's wishes. Ray wants to get Anna's body and mind. His wish is fulfilled. As long as his double is with him, he can rule the whole world. Leo found the main advantage of the S-rank double. They need to meet. Now Ray will receive not only Leo's secret, but also the goddess of his dreams. Leo is coming, now he will tell you everything. His double stands behind Ray. He attacks. Soul power can increase the ability level, but S-level power is not enough, so it is more useful to use Ray's abilities. Leo received the Book of Desires ability. He calls upon the double, the Lord of Prayer. It turns out they can talk to each other. The Lord of Prayer is a special double if the book is in Leo's hands. The double will be able to fulfill any of his wishes. However, if he has too many desires, it can kill the double. His intellect is more developed than others, so he can always help with advice. Instead of asking Leo to give him the treasure, it's better to ask where it is. Easily achievable desires require little energy. For example, winning the lottery is much easier than creating a bottle of water out of nothing. If you use a wish book in relation to another person, the energy expenditure depends on his willpower. Leo asks how much it will cost him to get his brother out of prison. This desire will take all the energy of the Lord of Prayer and plunge him into silence for some time. It seems like the best solution is to request information about other S-rank capabilities. The Dark Emperor has already returned. Leo only just now noticed that he had a watch on his chest. The image of the double is associated with the abilities and strength of the owner's soul. The Dark Emperor has no time-related abilities. Leo will leave that for later. If he finds the answers to all the questions now, there will be no unsolvable mysteries left in this world. Leo asks to extend Ray's room for another 7 days. He doesn't like being disturbed, so there's no need to clean the room. Danli asks the Time Lord where her white watch is now, and why the time travel was postponed to different dates. An unknown being took part of her power, which caused a distortion in time-space. Dan didn't expect that after spending so much money, he would still get into trouble. He awakened the rarest SSS-Level ability that allows him to travel through time, and he killed one of the gods to break through to another dimension. But on the way, he met a man from the Illogical clan, a mute opponent who was able to easily defeat Dan. Therefore, he activated the time travel inventory and even used up the entire Time Lord energy limit. She seems to sense the power of the Time King. He is from Hangzhou City. This man can take away Dan's abilities, and besides, he's not good at close combat. It's time to go underground and look for his former teammates. But Dan needs to gain strength. The dungeon must be passed with special caution. It is better to split into groups of 5 people. First, you need to come up with a strategy, and only then run into the dungeon. Leo wants to go first. In his past life, he was afraid to go there, but now he will tear everyone apart. All damage received in the dungeon will be completely repaired upon exiting. Respawning is impossible after 3 deaths. We need to find a specialty that would suit Leo's powers. He asks the Lord of Prayer for advice. He advises choosing a mage with the power of the Dark Emperor. Leo can easily cope with the main weakness of this profession, close combat. It seems the Dark Emperor has his own selfish goals. Leo wants to choose the plunder inventory. But the Lord of Prayer does not recommend choosing it, as it simplifies the mage's abilities. However, Leo's innate ability is robbery. He asks what profession he will go into if he chooses to be a killer. Outlaw Assassin will pair well with robbery's power, but Lord of Prayer still recommends choosing mage. Leo chooses the killer. As he thought, the Assassin and the Dark Emperor are the best pair. If you complete a dungeon alone, you get a high score, and the best rewards. Leo chooses the most difficult dungeon. In it, he will have to fight goblins. Leo summons the Dark Emperor. He tells him to destroy the monsters. The Dark Emperor charges forward. He killed 15 goblins, receiving 2,250 experience points. Leo has reached level 6. Unfortunately, the loot can only be used once, and these monsters are just trash. So it's best to save your strength for now. Poison can be added to the assassin's weapon, and dexterity can be converted into attack power. Leo increases dexterity by 16 points, strength by 4 points, and dexterity power by 10 points. Agility reduces stamina consumption by 40%. In a past life, people had to fight even before the mission began, and soon their stamina was exhausted. The goblin in wolf skin, the goblins throwing stones, all these monsters are getting stronger, but Leo has also reached a high level. It's time for the dungeon with the boss. The goblins captured the women. There are so many of these monsters. The big goblin, the fire goblin, the goblin shaman. Even though they are just non-player characters, they are still annoying. The Dark Emperor destroys almost everyone. The boss was left alone. The Dark Emperor attacks him. This goblin is very weak. Leo completed the dungeon. His luck increased tenfold. He received a treasure chest. It contains 2 pieces of top-tier equipment. The Guardian Blade has more attacks than a level 10 bronze sword. Guardian Armor preserves life and reduces damage. The game name Leo the Dark Emperor will be available to all players when exploring dungeons and secret areas. Player Dark Emperor became the first in the world to solo complete a hell-level dungeon. Either he took the power of the Time Lord in this world, or he came from the future. But the power of a Time Lord cannot improve someone's abilities. They must find the Dark Emperor. In his past life, Leo worked for 3 years, but the Wheel of Fortune only came up 5 times. The Lord of Prayer congratulates him on winning tickets in the Wheel of Fortune lottery. You can win items of various levels in it, but many of them are hard to find even in dungeons. So no matter how many chances Leo has, it all depends on luck. If the power of wish fulfillment is used, the Lord of Prayer can fall asleep for 6 months or days, depending on the subject. At least 2 items of level S or higher will require 110 units of energy. Leo's wish will come true. He spins the Wheel of Fortune. He won 10 items. These 2 communication crystals rightfully belong to the Dark Emperor. Leo asks who these crystals are for. The Lord of Prayer advises that you give them to him first. Then you won't have to worry about energy problems. A real crystal is not enough to increase the inventory value without a space crystal. You cannot take with you the equipment you are used to using. To find it, you only need to go forward. Leo surpassed many in strength and ability. Now it's time to go to the Tower of Babel. For every 10 floors of this tower, you can get a lottery ticket. The girl invites Leo to join a team. He doesn't care. The Tower of Babel is very welcoming to newcomers. The first floor is cleared. The game named Dark Emperor will be popular among players all over the world. Let them hurry, he doesn't have much time. Leo reached the 10th floor. His opponent is the dog-headed lord. A mad strike combined with a machete is not the best combination. The Dark Emperor simply flew away from him. However, he attacks again. The dog-headed lord has been defeated. The Dark Emperor has broken all records again. When the first rank 2 player appears in the world, tribulation-level disasters will begin to occur in many places. It seems that a catastrophe has come, and soon the world will be engulfed in chaos. We need to find the Dark Emperor. Leo hopes that thanks to the abilities of the Lord of Prayer, he will be able to win something valuable. This is a cosmic crystal, and it is with its help that you can return to the real world. Leo gives 2 life crystals to the Dark Emperor. He still has 2 lottery tickets left. It would be more correct to collect 10. Before moving to the next level, you need to sell all your equipment. Leo brings out 2 high-tier rare weapons and high-tier spells. Already bought, he received 8,400 gold coins. Converted into real money, this is 5 million yuan. It was necessary to sell 1 item at a time. When Li logs out, he will be able to gain another S-tier ability. The Smiling Coffin, the Great Tomb, and the Bucky Society are 3 infamous clans that emerged after the Age of Chaos. After Leo destroys them, he will be able to go to the City of Sins, a place where people torture and hate each other. Leo and his brother were killed by people hired by monsters. Leo will destroy them all. China's anti-fraud methods are getting better and better, and tricking people into working in East Asia isn't as profitable as it used to be. But now that Xing has registered his company, he will be able to achieve a lot. First, you need to recruit people in China, keep them busy for a while, and then get them to join teams. After completing 10 floors of the Tower of Babel, you can already get some equipment. In his past life, Leo spent a lot of time here with his brother to paint the Skeleton Company. It's the Skeleton General's turn. He seems to look down on Leo because he's only level 13. He has 3 years of experience, so even in the underworld there are no creatures that can threaten him. On the 20th floor there is a Skeleton Lord. He calls for an army. There are over 200 skeleton warriors here, making this level much more difficult than the previous ones. The skeletons surrounded Leo. It seems his abilities are not enough to defeat this army. Leo calls upon the Lord of Prayers. He wants the Dark Emperor to strike with double force in the next battle. His wish is fulfilled. Let the Dark Emperor attack, and Leo will take care of himself. The Dark Emperor was shattered into pieces. That's what happens to those who cross a Skeleton Lord. However, the Emperor returns. Leo knew it. The Skeleton Lord was torn to pieces. Player Dark Emperor achieved the status of the first player in the world to solo the 20 floors of the Tower of Babel. Soon, he reached the 30th floor. His level is not enough to complete such a difficult mission. Leo can do without advice. This is Minotaur. You can finally use robbery. Leo has no idea what awaits him. As far as he knows, the Minotaur's labyrinth is a trap. He is ready to fight. In his past life, Leo learned from personal experience that it's not a good idea to quickly go through floors 21 through 29. The monsters that the players fought are revived and come to the King's Call. This is not the first generation of players to fall into this stupid trap. But Leo has a plan. He asks the Lord of Prayer to continue to help him and the Dark Emperor. The Minotaur summons monsters. He starts the attack. It's time for them to start too. Leo has reached level 17. Monsters appear. They arrive just in time. Leo orders them to retreat. The monsters kneel. In the beginner dungeon, the player also orders the monsters to kneel. In front of him is the King of Mushrooms. Finally, Dan found an opponent worthy of his Emperor's Eye skill. His name is Dan Lee. He is a man who lives outside of time. He really needs the player's help. Meanwhile, the Dark Emperor attacks the monsters. It's very dusty here. Player Dark Emperor was the first in the world to reach the 30th floor of the Tower of Babel. The next dungeon will be more difficult, so you need to be well fed. It seems that these are Leo's former colleagues. His brother is a thief. He even spent time in prison. It seems he was taken out of a trash can. The girl asks for forgiveness. There's no point. She ruined everything. She used to be the boss's little dog. Now she's their dog. Some of them were once on very good terms, but now the world has changed. The captain has died, and the squad is short-staffed, so we need to hurry and choose another player. Then Sam notices Leo. He asks what ability has awakened in him and says that it will help him earn a lot of money. In his past life, Leo was arrested for beating up the captain, and when he got out, Sam contacted him. Leo told him all the details of his talent, but he didn't take it seriously. Leo is not looking for a team. It seems he wants to become as big a boss as the Dark Emperor. The girl asks to save her. She wants Leo to take her with him. She made a mistake. He is not looking for a partner. Sandy tries to seduce everyone she meets, and Leo doesn't have the strength to save her. He is the brother of the thief who received alms from the Wen family. Two scumbags cannot have strength. If Sam knew that the Wen family would pity and forgive the two thieves, he would immediately visit them to rob them. Maybe he and Mei Wen were made for each other. Leo would advise them not to say those words. This bastard doesn't understand that times have changed. We need to tell him what the world of fists is. Their fists have been tested in the dungeons, and they have killed people with them. Leo unleashes the power of the Dark Emperor. He has lived 2 lives and knows better than them what the world of fists is. Leo can't be beaten by 2 strong players. Sam lunges at him. Leo attacks back. They're just a bunch of weaklings. You don't even want to get your hands dirty with them. Maybe he needs someone on his team who is willing to do all the dirty work. Leo already said that he doesn't need a team. It's hard to believe that you can meet such a strong person in this small noodle shop. Ben Hun orders that a competent person be found to look after Leo. A strong man like him is just a dream. Sandy could be a little rude before, but her boss made her do it, and she knows Leo isn't mad at her. She will make amends tenfold. Leo asks her to behave normally. He keeps only Madame Mei Wen in his heart. Sandy asks how she's worse. She's not worth Mei's finger. She's the lowest class. Leo is gone. No one will protect her anymore. He hit them so hard that they lost all their strength. This is Sandy's chance for revenge. She will return in full everything that they gave her. And this girl is very unusual. She's also very beautiful. We could invite her to the team. Because the players are complaining that there aren't enough women. We need to ask her about that boy who was here. Sooner or later, Sandy will step on Leo in the same way. Ben Hun's subordinate asks if she has heard of the 8 clan. They are looking for good players and would like Sandy to join them. If only Leo knew that she was now in a major guild. That guy who just left is her former employee. His name is Leo Lin. Maybe he has some weaknesses, then their team can take revenge on him for Sandy. His weak spot is one woman. Her name is Mei Wen. A guy named Leo Lin headed towards the East Square. He knows he is being watched. Sandy told him about his weakness. This is a woman named Mei Wen. Ben Hong wanted to subjugate him. I wonder who's so brave here. The one who is watching Leo passes by. Here he is attacked by the Dark Emperor. Let him reveal who sent him. Looks like he's from the 8 clan. He says he was just passing by. The deceased soldiers of the 8 clan are known for their cruelty. But this one seems to be a simple corpse, so there is no point in continuing the interrogation. Leo wants him to explain why he was following him. His name is Matt Sun. He is a member of the 8 clan. A beauty from their clan told them about one of the best players. His name is Leo Lin. The captain ordered to keep an eye on him. Leo's main weakness is a woman named Mei Wen. The captain plans to use her to blackmail Leo. In his past life, in the 3rd year after the plague began, Ben Hun killed Mei. Leo wanted to avenge her death and constantly risked his life to improve his abilities. But he ultimately died at the hands of the monster. It seems he had to kill Ben before the clan of 8 found Mei. If Leo wishes for them not to attack her, it will take no more than a day for his wish to be fulfilled. He must have time to change his profession in order to kill Ben with complete certainty. First, they need to go to the second part of the secret world walkthrough. It's amazing how quiet it is here. Leo hopes that everything goes smoothly. Desmond Miles feels a power within him. Let him go to the snowfield and find 30 snowman antlers and 1 king penguin beak. The level of this secret world is really very high. A black snowman appears. Leo summons the Dark Emperor. So that's where the snowman's horn is. It turned out that they found what they needed. Snowmen surround them. Now the real battle begins. The snowmen have turned into yetis and they are quite slow, so we need to attack together. They received 37 horns. These snowmen are somehow strange. There are no fewer of them. Now the King Penguin will show the humans how to kill. He calls upon his subjects. King Penguin summons the darkest snowman. It was as if he had gathered all his strength to summon one. Leo remembered, this snowman is impossible to kill. He asks the Dark Emperor to give him a lift to the top. Leo flies to where the King Penguin is. He attacks him. King Penguin beak obtained. Leo collected everything Desmond asked for. These are 3 specializations for the assassin, the noble rogue, the windrunner, and the apostle of darkness. There are also secret specializations. Leo is here only for them, but he must remember that if he changes his specialization incorrectly, he will die. It's worth taking the risk for a second profession. Leo is the first one who is so eager for this. There is no time for disappointment, and there is no turning back. Desmond sends Leo into the void, where he will find what he desires. There is nothing here. However, a pillar of light immediately appears in front of Leo. Now he understood. The profession of dissident, specialization impunity, the fusion of good and evil. There are 2 more. Profession shadow, specialization shadow split, shadow merger, shadow curse. This profession is better than the first one. Perhaps the golden ray is the best option. Legendary profession Storm Swordsman. Specialization Supersonic Sword. Sword Hurricane. Sword Spirit. Leo had never heard of this profession. The Lord of Prayer hid it from him. Leo calls him. He asks why the Lord of Prayer deceived him. There's no point in him deceiving Leo. A dissident would definitely suit him. It's the most proven choice. Leo asks to show him the chances of successfully mastering the Storm Sword. The chance of mastering a skill is only 1%, and the chance of getting a profession is even smaller. The chance of mastering shadow abilities is 22%. Success is 9%. The chance of mastering the dissident's abilities is 89%. Success is 98%. This is the safest choice, but Leo didn't say he wanted that choice. When he asks to see the options, you don't have to choose them for him. As soon as he changes his profession, he will receive 100% of its potential. But if something goes wrong, at best his powers will be weakened for about 20 days. And in the worst case, he will die. Leo wishes you success in mastering your profession. The Lord of Prayer will fulfill his wish. This is a Storm Swordsman, the rarest profession. Even those with SSS rank cannot master it. To gain the power of a Storm Swordsman, one must understand the true nature of storm and death. Loyalty to the wind, the sword, and the heart. Let the wind become a sword that slays hurricanes. Only by coming face to face with death can one overcome it. The Lord of Prayer had no strength left. Leo can only rely on himself. He's falling. Desmond knew it would happen. The only holder of the second specialization appeared. If Leo hadn't made things complicated, he would have been the only one in the world. It's a shame that he's already been surpassed. He is the only one in the world. Desmond dropped his cigarette. Leo drinks a full recovery potion. Perhaps it was thanks to him that he was able to get a profession. Desmond asks how he did it all. Leo points him to the fire. Only now did Desmond notice that the cigarette had set the carpet on fire. Leo doesn't have time for him. It was already dark. Leo has 4 unread messages. Sandy wants to thank him and invites him to a restaurant. Of course, this is from the clan of 8. Leo can't wait for tomorrow. Ben is the only one so passionate and strong. Leo writes to him. Plans have changed. He wants to meet today. Ben leaves. Leo just ruins everything. After midnight, a catastrophe will occur, and the first person with 2 professions will appear. A curfew has been declared, probably because of the impending disaster, but this time 5 days earlier. The first wave was an invasion of monstrous insects. In his past life, Leo didn't protect anyone who protected him in his past life, and simply dragged them along with him. He was very stupid as a child. May taught him a lot. When the Wen family found out that Leo was stealing from them, they didn't get angry, but on the contrary, they took him in. All important moments in his life are connected with May. However, when she needed his protection, Leo was not there. Princess Yoshiko and Miyamoto Musashi's engagement will take place next month. Miyamoto has awakened SSS rank abilities within himself, and those with S rank abilities need to quickly collect power crystals to level up. Miyamoto doesn't dare steal from Ben. Princess Yoshiko belongs to him. You need to find all the crystals to reach SSS rank by the end of the month. Leo is capable enough, he will look for crystals for him. For now, Ben would rather stay in the shadows. Seeing Leo, Sandy runs towards him. She trips and falls. Leo asks where Ben is now. Sandy did join the clan of 8, but she never met the clan leader. Leo knows she's messing with his head. She asked to be accepted into the clan. This is a great option. He will have everything: money, girls, cars. Leo calls Ben. He knows he's here. He knew everything from the very beginning. As expected, Ben chose an outstanding talent. Let Leo join the clan of 8 and Ben will lead him to great things. Apparently he is talking about his plan to rebuild the country. They are all just people, and every one of them will die. The Dark Emperor appears. Ben also summons his double. He can keep up with the Dark Emperor's speed and has a high level of defense. A good tactic, but once the owner dies, his double will lose all his powers. Leo can't even break through Ben's double's defense, but he tries to kill him himself. He won't be able to hold onto his powers for long. We need to destroy him as quickly as possible. Although Kaguya was unharmed, her power level was reduced. The fight must be ended immediately. Ben orders Leo's double to be killed. The clan leader should no longer be able to dodge the Dark Emperor's attacks. Even if Kaguya strikes, Leo's double will still be able to attack Ben. We need to kill the owner, not the double. The Dark Emperor attacks Ben. Meanwhile, Kaguya prepares to attack Leo. He doesn't dare think that his fist is stronger than their sword. Leo disappeared. It's impossible. An ordinary person cannot have such speed and reaction. He admits that Ben has quick reflexes and is very good at controlling his double. But in this world, only the winners will survive. In his past life, Leo was able to avenge May's death with his own hands. He unlocked a new S-level talent, Plunder, to activate the talent. You need to select one of 4 inventory values: ability, skill, and soul power. Leo gains the Rainy Night ability. Now he has a double Kaguya. When Rainy Night is used in tandem with it, even the attack speed is significantly superior to Dark Emperor. Additionally, Kaguya's intelligence reaches 30, and she can fight on her own without Leo's control. Kaguya will protect him until her last breath. There is a chance to get items from a killed enemy, but this time the entire inventory exploded. There's just one lottery ticket left, and Leo will be just the ticket to win the equipment he needs. The Lord of Prayer did not come out. It seems the previous desires absorbed too much energy. Leo remembered that in the secret area, in the center of the sacred place in the forest, there were rare items that restored energy. Ben doesn't answer. The time had come for the elders to arrange a meeting with Lord Musashi. These old men tried to force Yoshiko to marry a warrior in order to restore their country. Yoshiko would be happy if he didn't come back. She and Ben lived in exile in China for almost a year, one of the happiest periods of her life. They could run away together. If Ben's death were discovered, there would be a real stir. The clan of 8 would be busy searching for the killer, and Mei would be safe. Leo seems to really like her. In this life, he must become stronger to protect his loved ones. He is going to the Holy Land. We need to increase the level of his power. The entrance to the Holy Land is guarded. This secret world has a high level of danger, requiring a level of 30 or higher. Leo knows this. He is asked to provide personal information. This is he, the Dark Emperor. There's no point in taking your own life just to show off in front of a girl. Anyone can only be resurrected 3 times. But Leo is confident enough. People like him should be called heroes. Kaguya reached level 8 and was able to kill level 30 monsters. It's good that Leo took her with him. She seems to have understood the rules of the game. Kaguya killed all the enemies. The essence of the mission in this world is to help the elves protect their settlement from foreigners. This divine stone tree is able to restore the player's energy. If they help the elves protect their settlement, they will receive a reward. However, in the past life, some players killed monsters after the elves' defenses were broken. Then many fragments of magic crystals could be obtained. Receiving a small reward can be just as satisfying as having exclusive access to resources. The city walls have been breached. Now they must enter the battle. Leo got more than he expected. He calls upon the Lord of Prayer. Now there is a lot of power in him. The next attack is from the Dark Emperor. They will attack until the monster captain dies. Now we need to direct all our forces towards the Dark Emperor. The captain of the ugly monsters suffered 570 points of damage. This is the destructive light of death. It's a shame that Kaguya's life energy is being used up so quickly. This destructive death light is seriously draining the Doppelgangers' energy. The Dark Emperor must take advantage of the time after the main blow and attack. Their opponent is not fighting at full power. The captain of the ugly monsters is killed. Leo can activate another ability of his profession, 10,000 swords. Attack power has increased significantly, and combat power has not decreased when doubled. However, if they stop attacking for even a second, they will suffer significant damage. When a mage reaches level 1, he gains 2 new professions, Magica Restoration and Magica Absorption. It's good that there is an opportunity to think and choose the right ability. I wonder how many more Divine Crystal Fragments Leo can get. More than 100 fragments, this amount is equivalent to 5 SSS rank crystals. Looks like it's time to use the Wheel of Fortune. Leo offers the Lord of Prayer 2 S-rank life extension potions to drink. Items above level S must appear. This is a golden legend, S-level cooling crystal. Thanks to him, Leo will be able to awaken 2 professions of level S and above. The Magic Crystal of Intelligence allows you to increase your intelligence by 10 points. The Lord of Prayer suggests giving this crystal to the double who needs it most. Leo asks what exactly intelligence points can give. It's not the same as wisdom or intelligence. It's the ability to solve problems quickly. The higher the intelligence, the faster knowledge is acquired, and experience is gained. The Dark Emperor attacks only with brute force, and as monsters become higher in level, their strength becomes more prevalent. It seems that this crystal is what the Dark Emperor needs most. Leo gives him the crystal. The Dark Emperor will do everything to remove all obstacles in his path. These crystals will give the Lord of Prayer the ability to increase the limit of life energy. He has awakened an A-level talent. Someday they will just leave him alone. Last time John hit him in the face and he talked too much while trying to pee on his head. Ian is not the only one who hides his level of talent. It's impossible. Not even 1 person in 1,000 can obtain an S-level ability. Ian will go with them to make amends to the Green Demon. John has no right to bully others just because of his S-rank ability. This is a teacher. Since she knew everything, John had nothing to worry about. He knows that she secretly admires boys like him. When he's done having fun, he'll finish with January. Here, someone cuts off the tentacles that are holding the teacher. This is Kaguya and Leo. In just 30 seconds, someone is going to be in a lot of pain. No matter who Leo is, John has 3 seconds to come up with his last words. The Dark Emperor attacks. John is also a victim. Ian bullied his brother. This is not true. John does terrible things even though he has the power to fight evil. So right now, he's going to fall at Leo's hands. He asks the teacher to save him. Kaguya attacks him from behind. What Leo hates most are the scumbags who do evil when they have the opportunity to do something good. The robbery ability has been successfully activated. It's time for them to go. They need to have a snack. One day, Jan will become like Leo. He didn't even think that he would receive such an improvement. It was as if he felt a dozen new hands. They've sorted out all the issues, so Leo will treat the doubles to fried chicken. He ordered 300 Peking chicken rolls, 300 spicy burgers, and 200 slices of tender beef, as well as 100 cod hamburgers and 400 bottles of cola. Their restaurant doesn't have that much food, so let them bring whatever they have. In 6 months, the food problem will become global. The cosmic crystal can store food, so it's worth stocking up in advance. The weather is getting worse. A rat-level disaster has arrived. An insect plague from another dimension. The invasion of giant spiders has begun. The woman asks to save her child. The spider attacks. Leo comes to the rescue. He wants the fog around him to clear. Leo killed the level 7 spider monster. Flying insect monsters are approaching. Let the Dark Emperor and Kaguya kill them and level up. It looks like a fusion of an alien and a praying mantis. For those like them, whose powers have awakened, these phenomena are not a catastrophe, but a great stroke of luck. The Dark Emperor had entered the 2nd level of consciousness, so the first wave of disasters also arrived ahead of schedule. If they use the insect's tendency to fly towards light, they will soon be able to reach level 20. After a massive killing spree, these beetles seem to have overcome their light-seeking instinct, but this is temporary. Leo's order is packed. They must wait for rescue. There is food and water in the store. If Leo takes them with him, they could get hurt. You need to turn off the lights immediately, and then figure out how to cover the windows. They can only hope that China will come to the aid of its citizens. For some reason, Leo has a bad feeling about this. The course of events has changed due to his rebirth, so the disaster is ahead of schedule. The Lord of Heaven is here. Today, a poor monk saved a girl. Keitaro wants to help. His desire to gain new experiences is frightening. Leo appears. Perhaps this man has some abilities and was able to break through and escape. According to Leo's initial prediction, Mei should survive this disaster. He must make sure the Wen family is safe. Mei isn't home yet. Maybe something happened. Leo will find her. In such a situation, without awakening the combat ability, meeting monsters is essentially a direct path to death. Leo hopes Mei is safe. The Dark Emperor finds a girl. She can no longer be saved. It seems the scale of the disaster has increased. Leo tells the Lord of Prayer to tell him where Mei is immediately. She must wait for Leo. They can't get out, but the authorities will definitely save them. The end of the world has come. They will all die. God didn't lock them here for nothing. He wants them to die together. Even if he remained the only man in the world, Mei would still look down on him. Tim will do whatever he wants to die without regrets. Here the window glass breaks. These look like beetles, but this is Leo. He apologizes for being late. Now the bugs will come here and they will all die. The Dark Emperor attacks Tim. Leo tells him to tell him what he did to Mei. Tim will tell. The Dark Emperor lets him go. Leo got it all wrong. Tim didn't do anything. Leo gives him 2 options. Either he beats him to death, or Tim goes outside and meets his death there. Tim chooses the street. Leo wants to be attacked by 200 ferocious bugs in 5 minutes. If Tim breaks the glass, none of them will survive. He knows a safe place to hide. Here he is attacked by beetles. Leo couldn't just let him go. He had hurt the most important person in his life. He will die from the fangs of ferocious beetles, and will be able to pay 1% of his sins. So Mei will become Leo's girlfriend. No need to talk nonsense. Leo insists that he doesn't like Mei. This is a hooligan. It's okay. It's Mei's friend, and he saved them. They shouldn't stay here. It's time to go. Mei is back. Her father said that he would spend all his time at work because he was an official. Leo remembers that when he worked in the city office, if the light attracts bugs, then they can easily get into the company. Leo must visit Mr. Wen. He will definitely return it safe and sound. It looks like a swarm of beetles has already walked through this building. If monsters appear near the progenitor, their level will be higher than that of the disaster itself. Such monsters are called the progenitor's guardians. Leo doesn't even know if he's lucky. The size of this thing is terrifying, so it's best to be well prepared. But for now, we need to save Mr. Wen. He is being pursued by a giant insect. We need to lock the door quickly. The monster is trying to break inside. Mr. Wen is called out by Leo. They haven't seen each other for a long time. I can't believe that the Dark Emperor player completed the level first. He deprived Dan of major achievements, and now the secret worlds are over. This man came from the future, but it is unknown how he was able to take away Dan's power. Their doubles have become too strong and require a lot of energy. Sooner or later, Dan will meet the Dark Emperor. Leo looked like Superman from the movie. An S-level talent has awakened within him. Mr. Wen only has a D-level talent that awakens, which accelerates the recovery of physical strength, while Mrs. Wen has a C-level ability that makes her brain much more resilient. Mei has awakened an A-level ability that can make her singing even more beautiful. Leo has grown so much, it's hard for her to get used to it. The ability of Heaven's Justice has awakened within him, giving him incredible attack power. Mei wants Leo to take her with him when he goes to clear the dungeon. The world is going through great changes right now. Leo must take advantage of this opportunity. They have a guest room available. He can stay overnight. Mr. Wen once lost contact with a boy who lived in an orphanage, but today this boy saved his family. In this life, Leo saved Mei and her father. But he can't stay here for long. He still has to save his brother. The most important thing now is to improve his strength and find another S-level double. Chris summons the Demon of Despair. He appears. This is a SS-level double. Let Chris sacrifice all his despair and fear, and the demon will grant him unimaginable power. He needs to go to the store. His daughter needs to stay home and wait for him. Besides Leo, 2 others were able to awaken S-level talent. Chris Chain and Harry Tao. Leo wants to know Chris's location. The hunting season begins. The Dreadlord Doppelganger killed a Tier 6 giant bee and a Tier 7 ghost spider. You can quickly level up without doing much. The Dreadlord is still very weak. Only fear generated by the human soul can restore its strength. Chris, after all, craves more power. He will do whatever the demon orders. Perhaps these people will do. The demon smells a very delicious scent of animal fear. The power of human fear is much greater than that of monsters. This double is a real monster. He needs more fear. Chris didn't call him to kill innocent people. Chris is his servant, the Lord of Terror, born from despair and fear in his soul. When he regains his strength, he will reward Chris. He must kill this woman. He can't do it. Then the Lord of Terror unleashes his power. He takes over Chris's mind. He's about to attack the woman. She asks to spare her child. Here Leo appears. He was late. It seems he has been plunged into despair more than once. Let him go away, otherwise the Lord of Terror will feast on him. If it weren't for Kaguya, Leo wouldn't have had time to react. He summons the Dark Emperor. He attacks the Lord of Terror, but the demon is much stronger. It's time to use the Sword of the Night Storm. For the Lord of Terror, they are like ants. Leo summons the Green Demon. The Lord of Dread is grabbed by tentacles. They entangle him. His body becomes covered with demonic energy. I wonder if he's good at close combat. As long as fear lives in the hearts of men, the Lord of Terror will live forever. When they meet again, he will bow to Leo. Chris realized that he had killed a man. Leo asks what he will say before he dies. Chris didn't want this. He wasn't in control of his mind. There is a price to pay for killing, and while he is alive, his double may awaken. Chris asks to protect his daughter. Leo stabs him with a dagger. He promises that he will take care of Chris's daughter. It seems the devil's double can manipulate its owner. Leo activates the emotional detonator ability, which allows him to sense the emotions of all living beings and amplify them. He summons a double, but instead an egg appears. This is the moving fruit double. It absorbs a certain emotion and is born in the form of nutrients. Leo tries to sense the emotions of those around him. It's a good thing this ability only lasts for 5 seconds. It seems Chris chose fear as the nutrient for this fruit, but then a devil's double will be born. Leo asks the Lord of Prayer to tell him where Chris's daughter is. He comes to her and says that he is her dad's friend. Renee asks when Dad will come back. He had to leave to protect Hangzhou, but he asked her to take care of her. Renee can feel emotions, and she feels that Leo is truly kind, so she trusts him. When the fog clears, he will find a good family for her. Leo wants to help the whole world. He will become the king of China and create a happy future. Anyone who stands in his way will turn to ashes. According to the memories from the past life, the Guardian appeared here. Although they are the strongest group of awakened beings in Hangzhou, the Dark Emperor is not weaker than them. Dan thinks too highly of him. The Dark Emperor took away his skills, and sooner or later Dan will get them back. Within 1,000 meters of them is a giant level 7 praying mantis. This is a level 34 Void King. His body is covered in the power of another dimension, and the double's abilities are invalid. The Void King summons monsters. Even though they have a very low level, Leo is not confident that he can fight back. But as they say, the stronger the storm, the more expensive the fish. Kaguya attacks. The Dark Emperor joins her. You need to use the swords of swift wind. The entire Hangzhou was plunged into a white fog, and a huge monster appeared in it. There is a man on the back of this monster. This hero must be captured. The whole world must witness his bravery. The Dark Emperor and Kaguya are consuming too much energy. Leo has crystal shards to replenish energy, but there is no point in using them now. He reached level 24. It's time to kill this monster. They attack together. Leo activates the power of the hurricane swords. He wants to make sure that no beetle can come closer than a meter to him. Leo summons the green demon. The Insect King's cry increased attack power. The reporter will definitely show Leo's feat to the whole world. It seems he has no strength left at all. The Lord of Prayer will restore his strength. Leo uses 1,000 swords. The Insect King falls. The Dark Emperor is the first player in the world to kill the Insect King. So this is the player Dark Emperor. He is their fellow countryman. And besides, he's so cute. It seems that once the Insect King dies, his entire army disappears. Leo asks the Lord of Prayer to take them to Woolen Square, and then find teacher Jane Smith. They did say they were filming a TV series. If that's what she wants, they'll make a series about what she's best at. In Country R, she was a famous actress. They are excited to have the opportunity to work with her. She's been awarded the title of the best teacher in the R country, but her acting skills are also top-notch. It's strange how Jane Smith could end up in an abandoned factory. The Dark Emperor opens the doors. Corpses are found inside. Leo wants no one to hurt him for the next 30 seconds. Suddenly he falls. The Dark Emperor will take care of him, and the Lord of Prayer and Kaguya will find out who is behind this. Leo finds himself in the newlyweds' room. They and Mei are married. Mei and Kaguya appear. Leo must be very tired. They will help him relax. It's a good thing the territory in the Pink Mirage is under the Demoness's control. Otherwise, she would have died from Kaguya's blade. Leo made a wish that no harm would come to him, but he lost consciousness. The Demoness helped him. Now he is resting in the heavenly world until he dies. The Lord of Prayer thanks her for the explanation. Now Leo will come out of his fainting spell. His dream came true so quickly. Unfortunately, Mei would not have shown such initiative. The mirage is collapsing. Leo finally woke up. Anyone who dared to harm him would die a painful death. The Dark Emperor brings Jane. She didn't want to hurt Leo. Apparently, this is Jane Smith. These people tricked her into coming here. They trampled her into the dirt. She really didn't want to kill them. Kaguya attacks her. These vile people definitely deserve to die. But Jane wanted to kill Leo in the most dishonest way. Now he will get to know his new double, the Phantom Queen, better. She is different from her previous incarnation. Leo seems a little upset. He's so cute when he's shy. It's clear that she's not a combat double, but she has strong control abilities. I can't believe you have to be injured or in danger to activate this SS-level ability. If Stanley hadn't robbed the drugstore, he would no longer be alive. Kate is back. She abandoned him after all. If she sees him awakening his SS-level ability, she'll immediately want to treat him like her pet. Stanley could forgive her. If he wants, he can punish her. This pink mirage is truly stunning. Kaguya is about to strike Stanley with her sword. Suddenly he grabs the blade. Kaguya can't get it out. He is the destroyer of true cold, and anyone who questions his power will be punished. It is covered with a frost dome, but this will not stop the Dark Emperor. The Frost Destroyer uses ice chains. He shackled the Dark Emperor. He moves too fast. However, Kaguya manages to destroy the chain. Leo tells the Dark Emperor and the Green Demon to return. He's probably afraid to attack the Cold Destroyer. Leo didn't think that Doppelgangers could joke. The Frost Destroyer's level is at least SS, while its counterpart is only S, so it would be foolish to engage in battle. However, Leo activates the Perfect Fusion ability. The Dark Emperor and Kaguya merge into one. When combined with the Dark Emperor's armor, it compensates for Kaguya's main drawback, her fragility. She breaks the ice ring. Then the Frost Destroyer uses the Ice Coffin. But this doesn't help either. The Cold Destroyer will not allow anyone to surpass him. Kaguya's blade is much more dangerous, but the Cold Destroyer is confident that she will not defeat him. She will defend her master's honor to the last, otherwise she is not Princess Kaguya. They and the Dark Emperor completed the task. Leo feels the awakening of an S-level ability. His fighting abilities have improved significantly. The Personal Mask ability is activated only when its owner is in danger. Leo finally got his SS-level doubles, but for some reason they can't be used together. He understood. To summon his new doppelganger, he must be in danger, so have Kaguya strike him. She brings the sword to his neck. For some reason the double did not appear. It seems he simply didn't sense that Leo was in danger. He orders the Dark Emperor to attack him. The Dark Emperor does as he pleases. Time seemed to stop, and someone's voice was heard. There is no will to resist in Leo's heart. His righteousness is worthless. And here is the double. Leo just says it, and he will send the Dark Emperor to hell. He will check who gets there first. They can't do anything without Leo's permission. His new double is his patron. He is awaiting further orders. He has excellent manners. It's good that he is not as evil as the Lord of Terror. His abilities are simply incredible, and he also has life-saving and ranged combat skills. He calculated that only 23% of his strength could be used to protect Leo. This means he can block the Dark Emperor using only 23% of his power. It's a shame to spend even 1% on it. The new guy looks down on the Dark Emperor. Let him come up and tell him everything to his face if he has the courage. No need to spray them. The Phantom Queen complains that Leo hit her. There are too many doubles on his team, making it difficult to manage them. Now each double has a high level of intelligence and its own individuality. If Leo loses consciousness, they will all listen to the orders of the Lord of Prayer. He thanks Leo for his trust. There are 12 D-level secret dungeons in Hangzhou, in addition to the Holy Land that the Dark Emperor cleared out. Dan will choose 2 dungeons. Keitaro will choose 2 more, 1 for each of them, and the remaining 4 will be divided between everyone. If Kim clears the dungeon on his own, Dan won't take anything from him. But if he wants to get a guide from him, he will have to give 10% of his income. If Keitaro angers these elders again, he will create big problems for himself, and Lao Yu will take all the power for himself. They also agree. Some of these people may be a dragon or a phoenix, but they should improve their abilities first. Now Dan has to find his old teammates. It seems that some creatures were able to slip through the portal. The government will soon send an army, and Leo believes that this disaster will soon end. There is a dungeon somewhere around here where you can restore energy. In a past life, most of these worlds were captured by more powerful players. Leo doesn't quite understand the details of the main task in this secret world, but it doesn't matter. Now he can solve any problem with the help of his power. Leo and the Doppelgangers enter the dungeon. It is very cold in here. Leo had just prepared girls' clothes for the Ghost Queen in Kaguya. Everything is fine now. There's no one here. It's as if the boss has disappeared. Someone is approaching. Let the Dark Emperor stop them, and let Leo increase their power in the meantime. He spins the Wheel of Fortune. An SSS-Level Ascension Crystal has dropped. Excellent result. The work of the Lord of Prayer is beyond all praise. This Ascension Crystal can merge A and S-level Doppelgangers, and is worth at least $1 billion on the item market. It's better to entrust it to his brother. Then his abilities will increase to S rank, and he will be able to activate his double. The Dark Emperor feels the power seeping into his body. He rushes into attack. Now we need to remember their best strategy that allowed them to get the maximum win. Players will have to assist the 2nd Legion of the Temple, which has arrived to investigate and explore the Tomb of the Spirits. They will also have to meet with a necromancer from the witch cult. They must defeat him. Then they will receive a reward. It's not difficult, but Leo is sure the reward won't be high. However, he has a more dangerous and more profitable strategy. The Dark Emperor will defeat their evil energy. Kaguya must help him kill all the enemies, and then they will fight in a general battle. These people know how to surprise. In fact, only one of them is human. He summoned several heroic souls. Ahead lies the Canyon of Oblivion. They will enter it for the glory of the temple. Today they must eliminate the bastards from the witch cult. Leo has information about the soldiers ahead. The captain will give him a reward that matches his information. In fact, his maid got her, so she will tell everything herself. The captain cannot move. Leo won't be able to use this skill for long. You just need to hold on until his power runs out. We need to protect the captain. Let Leo fight him one-on-one if he's not afraid. For some reason he doesn't resist. Whatever he's up to, the captain will kill him. The patron appears. The captain will be unable to use his powers for the next second. Transparent balls appear. They surround the captain. The balls dissolved it. It looks like these people are on their side, but for some reason they didn't receive any message. They can cleanse the bones of these heroes with peace of mind. However, the leader is dead, so the guests must be entertained. The knights will avenge the captain. Kaguya needs to find a place to hide when they start fighting. Just grab the treasure and run. Suddenly, something rises from underground. The witch cult invites Leo to the spirit tomb. He can leave the imperial dogs with them. It seems they misunderstood something. Leo asks to be shown where to go. He hopes that the treasures this dungeon will bring will please him. Now he's about to launch a sneak attack that will kill 6 mages in a second. But first he needs to make a plan. The dead bride asks if Leo has instructions from higher up. It's time to test his acting skills. Leo asks how things are going with the orders. After 10 days of rituals, they finally completed the development of the ice dragon. Leo asks to show it to him. They enter where the ice dragon is. Here he is. When the dragon spirit comes to life, it will certainly become a level 40 boss, something that ordinary players cannot handle. Leo asks how long it will take to perfect the ice dragon. He is told about 2 days. They were worried that the arrival of the Second Legion would cause them problems, but with their help they would be able to improve the dragon without any problems. If he awakens, he will definitely become the boss, and if Leo gets his hands on him, he will definitely strike it rich. He has just expended a lot of energy in battle, and needs to immediately replenish it with the ashes of the deceased. This is an important material for upgrading the ice dragon, but there is very little of it left now. So they don't think it matters that Leo has no energy left. They say that's not what they meant. Here are the remaining ashes of the deceased. This is really useful. It's a pity that there is so little left, and Leo still hasn't received the income. If he wants to get all the ashes of the deceased, it will slow down the purification of the ice dragon. Leo will refine the ashes of the deceased, and once he has collected the required amount, he will be able to continue with the original task. They must allow him to refine the ashes of the deceased. Let them carry out his orders first, and they will talk about the rest when the time comes. The dead bride summons a demon. With his help, they were able to fight back against the Imperial bastards. This guy, along with his doubles, helped them fight the Templars. And now they will stop purifying the ice dragon and start refining the ashes of the deceased. There is no such person in the witch cult, but he killed a person from the Empire. We need to invite him to the cult. This guy is of unknown origin, they must kill him. If he needs the ashes of the deceased, let them give him as much as he can carry. Although all the Imperial heroes died, powerful energy still remained in their bodies. Thanks to necromantic magic, Leo will obtain the ashes of the deceased, which can restore the energy of the double. It wouldn't hurt for her to work with the others. The dead bride asks who Leo is and why he snuck into their lair. It wasn't he who got to them, but they who brought him here. And he is right. She is the subordinate of the Wish Witch. Her name is Lee's bride. Leo is called the Dark Emperor. Since the Empire is the enemy of the witch cult, the Dark Emperor might join the cult. They still have the ashes of the deceased. If he returns with Lee's fiancée as a guest, they will have even more to offer. If Lee's fiancé provides the amount of ashes the Dark Emperor needs, then perhaps he will go with her. The Empire will send its soldiers very soon, so we need to improve the ice dragon as soon as possible. When the soldiers arrive, the Dark Emperor will kill them. Let them just give him the ashes of the deceased. The soldiers who come here have a third level of strength. Lee's fiancé is very sorry, but they will not be able to refine the ashes of the deceased for the Dark Emperor. He agrees to go with Lee's bride. He uses a sword that consumes flame. He is a killer. Leo orders the Dark Emperor and Kaguya to kill the cult members. The ice dragon awakens. He must destroy the killer of Lee's bride. This old man woke up the ice dragon ahead of time, because the transformation is not yet complete. Activating the ice breath will result in health loss. Leo and the Dark Emperor will attack the dragon, and Kaguya will go forward and kill the magic caster. Leo won't dare stand in his way. The blade of the hurricane wind breaks the icy splash. Now Leo will make the dragon scream. He uses a variety of techniques. The dragon must not be allowed to rest. Kaguya attacks the caster. Now we all need to attack the dragon together. They killed him. His health bar is impressive, but the reward was worth it. When the blade's energy is infinite, the frequency of its attacks will increase significantly. We need to see what rewards the boss-level monster will unlock. Leo didn't expect to receive a diamond-level sword. It increases attacks by more than 200 points. Not only attack power, but also all additional skills. Leo never thought that such a high-level weapon could appear in a lower-level secret world. Perhaps it was because he killed enemies with 2 doppelgangers this time. He received an advanced blood restoration medicine, an energy restoration medicine, a magic scroll, various equipment, and a lot of coins. The ice dragon horn can be used to summon a level 35 boss. It's time to move on. Lao Yu finally found a dungeon where he could restore energy, but the Dark Emperor beat him to it again. He provokes it himself. On the second day after the National Awakening, Harry Tao's S-level ability, Future Simulation, awakened. This ability gives him the right to decide what will happen in the world next. Just now, a certain man broke into his house with a girl dressed as a maid. When she found out that he was Harry Tao, she immediately stabbed him with a knife. He does not want to die, and must change the course of events. He won't let that happen. This is some kind of mistake. He will start from the beginning. When they burst into the room, he denied that his name was Harry Tao, but the man still allowed this vile witch to kill him. Harry will not wait to die. He tried to stab them with a kitchen knife, but they eventually won, and Harry died. He fled to the demon city hoping that they wouldn't find him, and suddenly the doorbell rang. As soon as he approached the door, a long knife pierced his chest, and he died. Harry opened the door to greet the strangers. He knelt down, cried and begged them not to kill him, but they did it anyway. No matter what Harry did, he was still dying. Even if he called the police, nothing would have changed. The Beatles burst into the room. That man is here. Leo didn't think the last person on his kill list would be a police inspector. The building's defenses were so strong, so he had to make a wish for the bugs to force the people out. Harry tries to escape. He seems to have hidden in an alley. Leo's double is a beautiful woman. She has become more beautiful since last time. So Harry knew Leo was coming. He has such a gift to foresee this moment. This is a wonderful talent. This is a curse, not a miracle. This gift does nothing to increase combat power, and the information that appears in the future diary never changes. Harry is so tired. He doesn't want to resist anymore. He just wants to die at the hands of this beautiful girl. To avoid falling into a trap, it is better not to fulfill his requests. So Harry will die again at the hands of this man in black armor. It looks like you'll have to summon a new double to gain a new ability. Leo wants to know what will happen in the next 2 days. When he came to the secret dungeon of the Weeping Tomb, he met a man named Lao Yu. He began to attack Leo, and in the end he died from a lightning strike. He must change the course of events. Everything new is always scary. Any ability is important. And Leo had never heard of a talent that was life-threatening. Perhaps he missed something important. He had heard the name Lao Yu before. Leo asks the Lord of Prayer for help. Let the diary show an alternative future. When Leo learned about the future diary and the upcoming events, he decided to go to the secret dungeon of the Weeping Tomb. But there he met a man who was clearly against him. He summoned 2 of his doubles, who defeated him. The future diary is a level S double. If you call on other doubles for help, the diary will be able to calculate the future based on new parameters. Leo summons the Phantom Queen and the Green Demon. When he learned of his future, he decided to do his best to survive. But he still lost. Doppelgangers and SSS-level abilities are truly invincible. Leo tells the Dark Emperor to prepare for a headbutt. This reckless double has no respect for Leo. The patron could destroy him once and for all. Leo again asks the future diary to tell him what awaits him. The diary shows the same outcome. There must be another way out other than not going into the secret dungeon of the Weeping Tomb. Leo wants to know what tactics he should use to defeat Lao Yu. Their last hope is an unborn moving fetus. Leo decided to fight Lao directly. He merged with his doubles into one. The moving fetus was finally born. This time Leo was able to win. The problem is which emotion to choose as the source of the birth of a moving fetus. Leo needs to know how to kill Lao Yu. This desire will take all the energy of the Lord of Prayer. Judging from the diary, this Lao Yu must have some other fighting methods. Leo must be well prepared for the fight. In the meantime, they will go to the prison to give the Ascension Crystal to his brother, which will help him rise to S rank. The bugs are coming. This time they will definitely die. The Dark Emperor attacks the monsters. Leo is Seanlean's brother. They need to see each other. The policeman is grateful for the rescue. He reported Leo's visit to the prison warden. He wants to talk to him. Let Leo go to his office after the visit. He's dating Sean. They say there are man-eating monsters roaming the city. Leo needs to call someone to help him. He's fine, no need to worry. Sean is worried that Leo is being bullied. He doesn't even know if he'll be able to stand up for him when he gets out. But he had already come up with a way out. No matter who bullied Leo because of him, Sean would definitely get justice. Now no one can hurt Leo. He brought Sean a gift. With the help of this gift, he will be able to get out of here very soon. The Dark Emperor gives him power. The guard asks what Leo did to him. He just gave something to his brother. This substance disappears as soon as it enters the body and is not dangerous. Level increased to S. Sean feels like he's on fire. His double, the Red Lotus Knight, appears. He will help Sean. Thanks to him, he will be able to serve the prison conscientiously and get his sentence reduced. It would be better if Leo increased his level. There's no need to worry. He can take care of himself. It's very interesting that he was able to increase the level of another person's ability. The prison warden is waiting for Leo. No one will dare touch them again. Leo will come to visit Sean again. The boss said there was a way to help him. The fish swallowed the bait. The guard brings Leo to the prison warden, Fred Ching. It's unlikely that anyone here would want to miss the opportunity to level up. Fred asks if Leo knows what's going on with his brother's case. Even in his past life, Leo knew that something was wrong with him. It's a pity that back then he wasn't strong enough to find out what was wrong. His brother is an ordinary victim. He was used as a weapon. If Leo is given the details, he will help destroy the monsters and ensure the prison's safety. There is no need for this. The monsters will be caught sooner or later anyway. Thanks to the security cameras, Fred had just seen Sean's doppelganger awaken. This old fox has his eye on the Ascension Crystal. If Leo hands over this magical item, they can discuss a reduced sentence. First, Fred must reveal what is behind Sean's case. He was framed by the Wang Group, the most famous company in Hangzhou. So Fred knew this, but he still kept Sean in prison for so long, and the police are supposed to do justice. All the evidence pointed to Sean, which is why he was sentenced to such a long term. It was only after some time that Fred learned that the Van Group was behind this. Even if Leo awakens all his abilities, he won't be able to stand up to the Wang Group. Fred will give him a chance to reduce Sean's sentence. If Leo wants to help him, he must agree to the conditions.